Where have I been? The Purpose Project, where have I been? Back in March 30th, I had a tragic accident, which resulted in me breaking my femur, injuring my LCL and ACL in both my right and left leg, which I still need surgery for, as well as hit my head. I avoided a concussion and brain damage, but I think I still had some minor brain damage. It's my opinion, but they said I'm all clear for head injuries. But I figured I'd open up openly on the Purpose Project because this is my YouTube channel. I can do pretty much whatever I want on this YouTube channel. In the future, just to give you guys a heads up, I plan to get a little bit more creative with my videos and start posting more day in the life of kind of what I'm doing. I like to post more creative things as well, getting back to my roots. But anyway, I think that throughout the whole process of, me injuring my legs, I learned a lot about myself, and I learned that, first and foremost in life, my two priorities right now is one, religion, I'm a Catholic, and two is my relationship with mental health. And I want to make those two things a priority in my life, specifically religion. I want to make God first. I really want to make God first in my life over everything. And that's, what I thoroughly intend to do through volunteering, through praying, through attending church. Speaking of, I want to go to church today on a Sunday, the holy day. But I think in general, it's like just probably a good thing for everybody to get closer to God and to figure out what that means for you personally, because it looks different for everybody. You don't have to volunteer, you don't have to pray, you don't have to go to church to be close to God. You could be doing none of those things and still be close to God. You don't even have to be a practicing Catholic or practicing Christian. You could still be close to God. And it's my belief that, everybody ultimately gets to heaven eventually, so there's no stress and there's no rush to get close to God. It just makes your life a lot easier. So that's that. That's why I'm wearing the shirt, if you can read it or not. Basically, it says that God is everywhere down here. God is everywhere, if you can read that. I think it might be backwards. Or it's just backwards right now, me looking at the camera. But anyway, it's kind of like some other points that I want to talk about in this short video that I'm going to post is just about kind of like, not really victimizing yourself. I think if anyone out there is victimizing themselves, then they might want to stop doing that and try to adopt like the no excuse mentality. I think, there's definitely reason for me to be fed up with life right now, but I'm really not so much for the most part. I'd say I'm not really fed up with life so much as I possibly could be. I can't do a lot of the things I was doing before, such as like golf, such as like physical activities. But I'll be able to work soon, which is awesome, and I'll be able to hopefully work soon, and I'll be able to get back to what I was doing, get back to doing a lot of the things that I was doing actually before my accident, which is awesome. And my faith has only grown stronger. Going back to faith, I think that I actually had a pretty inspiring moment when I was in church. Actually, I was in church and I almost started I think I actually did start crying. It was like probably the week that I got out of the hospital. And I was sitting in the church pew in the congregation in one of the front rows, and I was just listening to the pastor speak, and I truly felt like this was all intended to happen for me. Because if you're religious or know anything about God, you know that oftentimes God already knows what's going to happen in your life, and he just lets it play out in your life to see how you handle it. I think that God knew that I was going to handle the situation with relative ease, and he knew that I was going to come out of it, a better person, and that's why I think he let that happen to me, which is kind of an interesting way to think about it, but that's just kind of how I think about it. So anyway, I hope that you guys got something out of this video in terms of purpose. I think, like I said before, my two main purposes right now in life are religion first and foremost, and God, and then secondary mental health, and then third which I didn't talk about earlier, is entrepreneurship, which is what I'm doing here with the Purpose Project. So those are my 3 focuses right now, but first and foremost, obviously put God first, and then second, mental health, deal with my mental health, and help other people battle their mental health, and then third is entrepreneurship, and creating some of my ideas that I've thought of over the years. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in this video. As well, maybe possibly to end the video, is remember that you don't have to do anything in life. You choose to do what you want to do with your life. So if you're not happy doing what you're doing right now, maybe consider changing your course and changing your path and trying to do something a little bit different with your life. Because at the end of the day, it's your choice. So that's what we got for you guys today. We'll be checking with you guys soon on the Purpose Project, and take care.